Try to do my best Doug Llewellyn, which kind of sounds like Froggy's Maniac Marty kind of sound.
Hey, sounds like somebody in here's ripping me off.
Doug Llewellyn sounded nothing like that.
Oh, come on, Doug Llewellyn.
Doug Llewellyn sounded more like a down talker.
No, Doug Llewellyn.
He didn't sound like this.
Don't take the law into your own hands.
Doug
you
Llewellyn-
take him to court.
Doug Llewellyn had sort of an affected sound.
Hang on, let me hit my bongos. Yeah! Yeah! Welcome to the People's Court.
Hey, go to YouTube. In fact, I found a really good clip. Go to YouTube. Type to YouTube.
Music is awesome.
Yeah, the People's Court music.
My gosh, this is awesome.
This was
It gets you going.
fantastic. Oh, this is fantastic. And the reason why we're playing the People's Court theme is because we've got to talk about a legal thing right off the bat. Because we have, like I said, the litigants are getting ready to enter the courtroom. Type in People's Court theme song. Type that in. And then I actually, let me turn this off for a second. There's a reason why we're playing the People's Court theme song. We'll explain in a minute. All right, so type that in. Now, don't mess with it for a second. Hold on. Let me scroll down because I'm looking for the best version. All right, let me see if this is the one I'm looking. I don't know if that's the one I'm looking for. It was actually a pretty funny intro, which I might have to dig up later on. But yeah, I'll get to that in a second.
I think Fester's right. I think he's a down talker, and I think we're kind of making him, MJ, maybe a little Doug Llewellyn, like a stripper DJ. He's not to that level. He's more of a down talker.
He knew how to work a mic with a couple of defendants and plaintiffs. But
a stripper DJ, is that it? Yeah. The reason why I'm playing the People's Court theme, ladies and gentlemen, is because Carole Baskin is suing Netflix. Did you see this big story? Filed in Tampa federal court yesterday, right? Was this federal court? I would imagine it would be. So this is one of the biggest Netflix documentaries, I believe, ever, if not the biggest, the Tiger King. And now Carole Baskin from right up the road here in Citrus Park and the founder of the Big Cat Rescue, she's actually in the trailer to the new Netflix Tiger King Part 2. And she's now suing Netflix. She wants them to stop using any footage of her husband, Howard, and the Big Cat Rescue off of, what road is that? Was that?
It's off of Linebaugh. Is like the main road. And then
hold on. Yeah, Coop.
I think it's Gun Highway.
Yeah, is that
Gun Highway, Ehrlich area?
Yeah, no, so it's the road right on Citrus Park, where Citrus Park Mall is. Yeah,
right by the mall.
So is that Gun Highway? Is that the Gun Highway exit?
Gun Highway.
Yeah, so it's right if you're heading up the Veterans Expressway, you get off. If you're coming from like downtown Tampa or you're coming from South Tampa, you get off and you make a left at the light. You're heading to the mall, and then that Tiger Road or whatever the hell they call it, the Big Cat Rescue is right there on the left before you get to the mall.
The exact street is Easy Street, by the way.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Easy Street. So Carole Baskin, after Tiger King 1, Royal Good Productions again approached the Baskins to clear the air and presumably entice them into being filmed for the sequel called Tiger King 2. This is according to, I guess, her attorney.
Did they not sign? Did they not go for it?
The Baskins refused, believing that the appearance releases prevented any further use of the film footage by Royal Good Productions for the first one, and here they're using her in the second one. They then, in the litigation, in the complaint, it says, then on October 27, 2021, Netflix released the official Tiger King 2 trailer. To the Baskins' dismay, the trailer prominently displayed film footage of the Baskins and made clear that Tiger King 2 would do the same. Now the Baskins are asking the court to intervene by November 16th, a day before the second season is set to be released. They argue the project breaches their contracts. Filmmakers had no rights to sequels, remakes, or derivative projects, and that they would suffer irreparable harm if the season is allowed to air as is. They also want the court to issue a declaration that the defendants have no rights to use any footage of the Baskins outside of Tiger King 1, the first incarnation.
Ooh, that sucks for Netflix.
The lawsuit says that Baskin was painted as a villain and a murderer who disposed of her late husband's remains by feeding them to her big cats.
Yes, she was.
So, and of course, listen, a lot of questions about where the hell is Don Lewis, her first husband. What the hell happened to Don Lewis?
She's just not wanting all this stirred up again.
So now we've got a lawsuit to stop Netflix and the release of Tiger King 2. And we have, a couple of weeks for, obviously, the court to make a decision.
Well, Netflix makes a lot of money from those.
Yeah.
Clearly, Carole Baskins doesn't get any money from those, right?
Well, they must have been paid. Were they paid?
I mean, if you're part of a documentary, you allow yourself to be interviewed, and then the person who owns the documentary makes the money. It doesn't necessarily goes back to the actors.
The question is, what did the original release, what did the original contract say, and are they taking creative liberties in the interpretation of that? And that'll be up to a court to decide.